Give me a breakdown here, because I know you when you said the darkness, I don't know how long it is dark there. So at one point, is Alaska where it's 24 hours of darkness for a
So
while?
it depends on where you are in Alaska.
Okay.
So here in Anchorage, in the winter times, I think it's about 4 hours a day, 4 to 5 hours a day of daylight in the winters, and then it's dark. And then on the flip side, right now it's the end of May, beginning of June. We are in what's called civil twilight. So the sun is going down, but we're not getting dark anymore at night. So it makes it really hard to sleep, and it'll be like this until mid-August.
All right, so back up. So from right now till about August, there's no night at all?
Exactly.
So is it like dim? Is it like, does it at least turn down to dusk, or is it just like 24/7?
Yeah, it's like I said, it's called civil twilight. So the sun goes a little bit below the horizon, and it's just like twilight outside. Now up north where I work, it is 24/7 daylight. The sun it's not going to go below the horizon again until mid-August. So the sun just kind of bounces off the horizon for 86 days.
Wow. And then does it go, was I onto something, or am I thinking of the wrong place? But does it go completely dark at one point?
Yep. So around about Thanksgiving, it'll go below the horizon permanently, and it won't come up again until mid-January. So we'll have about 54 days of total darkness. But at the same time I say total darkness, we'll have that kind of civil twilight. So for a few hours, it gets light, like the sun is thinking about coming above the horizon, but then it just gets dark again. The sun never actually rises above the horizon.
So just being a human of Earth, when I hear that we're a natural, and so are the animals and the plant life, we are something that needs sun. So I'm just kind of curious, like, does the plant life, or is there even a plant life during those 2 months, or is it just, are the animals out, or is that when they hibernate?
Well, so up there, like in the Arctic, it's definitely, the animals are typically hibernating, quiet, except for things like, polar bears. I think they're out on the sea ice. Mm-hmm. The female polar bears are denning, but yeah, it's pretty quiet. You do see some caribou. You see some of the Arctic fox and things like that. But pretty much everything else is quiet. All the plant life is covered by ice and snow. It's pretty desolate.
How are the moose and the polar bear eating? Are they just trying to pull stuff out of the sea? Like, what are they eating?
Well, so the moose and stuff are pretty much, you get a few north of the Brooks Range, but most of the moose and bear, they're like south of the Brooks Range. North of the Brooks Range, you got the polar bear, you've got a few grizzlies, but not too many. You got the caribou. Yeah, the polar bear, they pull stuff out of the ocean. They're pulling their, Arctic marine mammals. So they're pulling out their preferred food is seal. They like to eat the seal. So they're out on the ice getting the seal, except for, like I said, the female polar bear, they den up for the winter to have their cubs.
What are the people doing? It's like, is it just a mindset for people with survival up there of like, when it's going to get dark, like, I don't know, were they working longer, or just setting their mindset to like, yeah, I'm going to be home, home, like what, writing books, or just because, I'm a guy, I hate when the clocks go back here, but yet I have a city and, all that, but like, I don't know how in the middle, for people up there, I don't know how you guys are basically setting your mind to.
Well, it's really weird, in the wintertime, things are a little slower, but people definitely get out, like there's, cross-country skiing, there's snowshoeing activities. It's darker, but I would say the darkness doesn't mess with me as much as the constant daylight in the summer. In the summer, it really messes with your head because you just want to be awake all the time. When you mention, we're human beings, we're diurnal creatures. We respond to that sunlight. it makes it hard to sleep. You, by the end of the summer, you're just dead tired because you're just like, woohoo, you know, like, in fact, I remember the very first summer I moved to Alaska, my parents came to visit me, and at the time, I just bought a condo, and my dad is there, like at my condo, like he's putting up ceiling fans, he's doing this, he's doing that, and I'm sitting on the couch going, Dad, you know, can we go to sleep now? And he's just like, no, but there's so much to do. We could do this and we could do this. It's like, Dad, we can go to bed. He's like, what time is it? It's like, it's 11:30, Dad.
Mm.
And he's like, but the sun's still out. And it's like, yeah, Dad, have you ever heard of that land of the midnight sun? It's
Yeah.
time to go to bed. But you lose track of time because it's so bright.
I guess you're all like constantly pulling shades down for that, right? At least trying to make it feel like it's night.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's yeah. Especially working up north where the sun's not going to set at all. It's like when at work, as soon as I get back to camp, I pull the shades and turn off all the lights but my reading light, so that way it feels like it's dark.